Hello, everyone. Good evening. I just wanted to come on here and welcome you to our final webinar for our Beyond Aid event. All month long, we've been doing a webinar event fundraiser, and we've been so blessed to have so much support for amazing things that we've been doing here at AHDH in Haiti. Okay, so I have a very, very special guest tonight, and I can't wait to introduce her to all of you guys. But in the meantime, I see we got people coming in, so let's give some time for people to come in, and in the chat, let me know what's your name, where you coming from. I know we got people all over the states, internationally, so let me know in the comments where you guys are coming from. All right, because I know I'm here in Miami, Florida, and we have our guest today who is from New Orleans. All righty. Come on, guys. Don't be shy. This is gonna be a dialogue. So I see you guys are coming in. Okay, we got Simone from Miami. Hey, cuz. Yes, thank you for coming. Oh, I love this. All right. See, our Miami people are coming through. Okay. And since we're still waiting for people to come on, also if this is your first time hearing about AHDH, please, I want to know that too. Okay. We have Mike here. He's a volunteer. Hey, Mike from Baton Rouge. Whoop, whoop. All righty. Okay. So you know what? Let's just get started because I understand it's been a long day. A lot of people are probably doing other things while they're listening in, right? Which is A-okay. I just appreciate the fact that you're here, to be honest. So let's just get started. We got Dan from Boston. Hey, Dan. All right. All right. So let me share my screen. Oh my gosh, I am not like tech savvy today. Give me one second. We got Rhonda and Ricky in the house. Hey Rhonda, hey Ricky. That is actually our secretary and our treasurer. Whoop whoop. Thank you for being here. We got Georgie from Miami. All right. Finally. Okay, sorry guys. Let's share the screen now. Aha, got it. All right. Oh, hey, sis. We got Deandra from South Florida. Nicole from Haiti. Told you, international, baby. All right. Welcome, everyone. And now that I got the stuff actually going, let's get started. For real this time. All right. My name is Tiffany Roldan Howell. I am the CEO and founder of Affirm Your Abundance. But most recently, I've been nominated or elected the vice president of AHDH. So that's if this is your first time being introduced to AHDH, it's actually a Haitian name called Association Haïtienne de Développement Humain. And that basically stands for the Haitian Association for Human Development. So now you know why we say AHDH a lot. And we're just honored to have you here in our space because we have some really exciting things that we are going to be discussing today. And yeah, so let's get right into it. All right. So first and foremost, this is actually our third webinar. Okay, so if you've missed the past two webinars that we did, we had our first webinar with our amazing ophthalmologist, Dr. Anika and Dr. Bengio. We had our second webinar with our incredible primary care physician, Dr. Anissa. And then today we are having a very special guest, Dr. Germain-McCarthy, But this is the important thing, okay? What's important about this is that that code that you see on your screen right now, if you scan that, it will take you to the our website, and the website will have these replays up. So, not only that, this website is also where you can donate, and I wanted to just bring it up early because we have an incredible match opportunity happening right now where we are having all donations matched up to $50,000. And right before this webinar, we just hit our $40,000 mark. So we are all really, really excited that we're so close to our goal. And any donation that is made right now will be matched. So it's your opportunity to double your impact. Okay. So keep that in mind. Alrighty, and I am going to go over the quick agenda for today. All right, so we have a quick hello. I'm going to play a quick hello video from AHDH because we've been around for 37 years. Actually, November, it's our birthday. So, um, to celebrate our 37th year, we decided to have these webinars and to really showcase all the work that we've been doing because a lot of the people that work with us have just been getting the work done. And as much as we admire and appreciate that, we also need to highlight and celebrate them. So that's what these webinars are really for. Okay. So we're going to showcase AHDH. We're going to introduce you to Dr. Yvelyne Germain-McCarthy. And then we're going to open the floor for you because we want to make sure that you're asking all your questions, that at the end of this webinar, you're like, okay, I know a good organization that's doing amazing work in Haiti and that I want to be a part of. We want more engagement. We want more genuine people who are interested in the betterment of Haiti to come support us and be a part of the movement. Okay? All right.
Association Haïtienne de Développement Humain, or the Haitian Association for Human Development, is a 501c3 non-for-profit organization that was founded in November 1986 by a group of Haitians in New Orleans, Louisiana, who pooled their professional, intellectual, economic, and cultural resources in order to promote the welfare of Haitians in Haiti and in Louisiana. In Haiti, we have 3 to 4 missions per year to 3 sections where we go with volunteers to help with medical and educational needs. Dr. Charles Renee, with an average of 50 volunteers consisting of doctors, dentists, and surgeons, go 3 times a year to provide much needed services. In Rivière-Froide, Dr. Yvelyne Germain-McCarthy conducts 2 week summer camps for an average of 150 students in grades K to 12. The summer camps include instructions in art, English, and photography. Art and English classes are directed by Dr. McCarthy and taught by local Haitians. One class is for lower elementary where kids enjoy math, drawing, writing, singing, and dancing.
All right, we're going to just stop it right there because I wanted you guys to have this showcase of what we do here at AHDH. And that's a cute representation that my aunt so nicely created a few years ago. So, what we're going to do is I wanted to show you that little bit, but because it is a little dated, I also wanted to bring you up to 2023. Okay, because we've been doing some great things this year alone. This year, we've been able to have 300 or give 320 primary school scholarships. That is incredible. For most people who do not know, in Haiti, you have to pay for your education. It is not like the States. There is a lot going on, and we're going to go into the statistics about it late in a bit. But the point is that having a scholarship is crucial to making sure that you're getting your education. Not crucial, but it's very, very helpful. Okay. So we've been able to do that. Not only that, we've been able to sponsor 3 students full university scholarships. So they are covered for the next 2 years. And this year alone, we've been able to create 8 job opportunities within our education sector. Now, we've also created more job opportunities within our medical sectors, but like I said, we did those for part 1 and 2. So if you missed those, check the replays because today it's about education. um, Thankfully, we've been able to expand our reach because I know that's what everybody's here for, right? Like, how are we expanding? So currently, in the video, I know she said that, we do our projects in Rivière Fouane, but we've been able to actually expand to Grand Boulage and also Jacmel. So that's very, very exciting. Trust me, because all of this is very still new, right? Let's be real. After COVID, a lot of things happened. So there's a lot of things that we've been really focusing on and growing and expanding that's the reason why we're having this webinar today to show you the impact that you can be a part of. Okay. Now, this is important. The stats that you should know. Okay. Like I said, we're going to go over the statistics. So, approximately 30% of children attending primary school in Haiti won't make it to the 3rd grade, and 60% will abandon school before the 6th grade. There's a lot of reasonings behind that. And majority of it is never that they want to, okay? It's not really that they want to not go to school. They just don't have the opportunity. Truthfully, 1 out of 2 children, that's 50%, don't have the opportunity to go to school at all. Okay? That's huge. That's the reason why we do what we do. That's the reason why we are inviting you to do it with us. Okay? 29% of Haitians 25 and above attend a secondary school. And that's important to know that also the current average age of a Haitian person, a person in Haiti, is 23 and a half. So think about this. It's a very young population. We want to be able to nurture this young population to a place of self reliance and autonomy and know that they are worthy of experiencing a good life. Okay. So that's what we're doing here. Less than 1% of high school graduates in Haiti attend a post secondary education, and 90% of primary schools in are non-public and managed by communities, religious organizations, or NGO. That's what we mean by they're not it's not like the States. It doesn't have like a government entity that's going to do this for them. It's all if you want it to be done, you got to do it yourself. And that's what we've been doing for the past 37 years. So let's talk more about, now that you know these statistics, now I want to introduce you to the person who has really impacted my life because she showed me the power that we're able to actually impact these statistics. Okay, so she is an educational consultant with a history of teaching in public schools, universities, and working in professional development of the school leaders. She has her doctorate in philosophy, focused in mathematics, teaching education from Columbia University. And her vision for AHDH within the next 5 years is a robust association that can surpass its goals through an expanding network of supporters. To you, she's all these things. To me, she is my thumb for fun, but we're going to call her Dr. Yvelyne Germain-McCarthy for tonight, okay? Because I'm introducing you to her, but I want to just share with you that every year I have watched my aunt go to Haiti, do amazing things, and keep it just, that's just what we do. That's just how we help the people. And I didn't realize until COVID what she was doing every year. I didn't understand the impact that she was having. And I think that's another reason why I'm so excited today, because this is not only like a professional thing that I truly am grateful to be a part of this organization and the work that we do, but also just like really honored and grateful. I said grateful already, but like inspired that I get to share it with someone I love so dearly. So I welcome you, Dr. Germain-McCarthy.
Thank you, Tiffany. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, viewers, wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in.
Yes. Hello, hello. Now, before we go any further, I want to just ask what were about, because I just realized I kind of just went right through those statistics. What about those statistics do like made anybody kind of like, huh, was that like an eye-opening situation for anybody else? Because I know when I first saw those statistics, I was like, wow. What about you, Dr. Germain-McCarthy? What do you think about those statistics?
Well, for me, it wasn't a wow. And I'll tell you why, Tiffany, because I was born in Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I left Haiti when I was 6 years old. And when I went back to Haiti, I was like 23.
Mm,
But for the whole time, I kept dreaming about having Haiti to the point where I had a lucid dream. And in my dream, I said, Dear Lord, I know it's a dream, but I'm going to keep dreaming anyway.
mm,
When I was able to work and make the money to go back to Haiti, I came back feeling depressed
mm.
and guilty because it
Really?
was like, my God, what's going on here? Why am I so lucky?
Mm,
I could have been any one of these folks that's struggling. There's something very unbalanced here, God. I'm a millionaire in comparison. What's going on, Lord? So for a couple of months, I had this feeling of there's something very, very wrong. And then it dawned on me, or maybe God spoke to me and said, okay, Yvelyne, you decide. Would you prefer to be down there with them, trying to decide what you're going to do next day to feed your child? Or would you prefer to be where you are right now, helping to make it possible that they can feed their kids?
mm.
So I'm very aware of the situation and the statistics. So for me, it's not surprising at all, and it's the reason why we do what we do and why we're expanding, as we're
Mhm.
going to talk about in a little bit.
Absolutely. And so, for those who don't know, Dr. Germain-McCarthy is one of the founding members of AHDH, which means that she's been around since 88. Is that?
That's true. I think AHDH was founded in '86. I found AHDH when I moved to Louisiana from New York because it was based in New Orleans. Yeah.
Mhm. And so you've been with the organization since 1988, right?
Mhm.
And so tell me a little bit about, well, actually, like, what is it that about this organization? Because you can do what you want to do with any organization. So what is it about this organization that made you so committed for the past 3 decades?
I tell you, there's so much work to be done. If you want to find a place where you can spend the time and the time is worth spending because you are impacting lives, this is a place to be. At the very first AHDH meeting I attended, I
Mhm.
left that meeting getting the role of being the newsletter editor. That's
We
it.
and we need people to do that today. So if you're interested.
So Dr. Charles Renee and I, we worked the newsletter together. And then I became a member at large. And then for like 7 or 8 years, I was the president, So it's just amazing how, sometimes we do charitable work or we spend money for charitable work. But I think with an organization like ours, you really get to see where that money goes. You see where it leaves HDH and directly where it goes and how it's making a difference. And I think that's a little bit kind of like what makes us unique because we're not as big that we lose that direct impact and view of what's going on.
Mhm. Yeah, and I love to also share with people that AHDH for the past 37 years has given 100% of their donations directly to the people. So me, I'm a volunteer. My aunt, she's a volunteer. Everybody is volunteering, even down to our missions. We pay for the missions out of our pockets because they are taxable donations, of course. It is a 501c3, sorry. So, they are taxable donations. But at the same time, the point is that we haven't spent money on other outside factors. All of our money has gone directly to the people. And that's something that I'm very proud of being a part of. And I know it's something that we're going to continue to strive towards. With everything that's going on, it might have to be 99% because things cost now. But the point is, like she said, directly to the people. The money is going to their scholarships, to we'll talk a little bit about where all the money is going in a second. But I just want to also say that Natalia said, yes, I've shared the same experience. It's crazy how 6th grade level is the glass ceiling as a result of poverty in Haiti. Absolutely. It's insane. Okay. I know so many people who, once they get to that level, they have to leave. They either had to leave their area, or they had to leave Haiti entirely so that way they can finish their education. And that's something that we're trying to combat and eradicate, because people don't want to leave. Let's just be real with that. They don't want. What would you say, Dr. Germain?
If you listen to the Haitian songs, Haiti chérie, it's all about my beloved Haiti. I can't be there, but believe me, if I could, I would. Definitely, 100%, Tiffany.
Yeah. And speaking of that, let's go back to the PowerPoint real quick, because I know that you shared this very special photo with us. And what I think is great about AHDH is that she is the education director, but like she said, we're all in it together. We're trying to help medical, we're trying to help our eye clinics, we're trying to help our education. We're all in it together. So I think this is a great representation of how we do multiple things. So you want to share a little bit about this photo for everybody?
Yeah, well, that's my husband, Henry. Henry's
By the way,
a psychologist. I'm a math educator. And where are we? We're in a pharmacy in La Vallée. And what are we doing? We're looking at all the prescriptions to determine what's current, what's expired, what more do we need, and we're putting all that in the database so that when AHDH goes back home to New Orleans, they'll know what they need to bring the next day. So we weren't doing anything related to what we were doing, but what we were doing was needed.
absolutely. Yeah. And shout out to Dr. Sarah Emmering. She's one of our pharmacists and one of our great board leaders. So this is what we mean by there's no role too small. Wherever you think you can fit in, however you think you can contribute, we're not just talking about monetary donations. We're talking about time. We're talking about resources. We're talking about networks. Who do you know that you can say like, hey, I just heard of this organization that's doing great things. Watch their webinar, So yeah. So, and this picture was also taken after the earthquake, correct?
Yes. Now, I've gone to 3 of the medical missions, but the one that really left a great impact was right after the 2010 earthquake in January.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Renee and I went to Haiti in December because right after the earthquake, remember cholera
Right.
struck, and a lot of people were just dying from something that's easily cured if you have the intravenous, if you have the hydration system to make it work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Charles and I went down to Haiti with 9 suitcases full of what they needed to become hydrated so that they could be saved from that. And boy, what miracles worked. I took one of those suitcases and I went back to Yvelyne, which is my hometown, and I gave it to a little clinic. And I got the news that it saved a little girl.
Yeah.
But-
and that's
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna say these are life-saving, life-transforming things that are so small and that we take for granted, but mean so much to others.
But another interesting thing I did is right after the earthquake, everybody was telling us what we needed, right? I was there in Yvelyne at the times, and I had my little camera, my video camera.
Mm-hmm.
I went to different sectors of the city,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked the Haitian people this: what do you think Haiti needs to recover?
Mm-hmm.
I have a video of a little 7-year-old giving me his opinion, the elder of a community. I have the woman frying her fish on the side to sell, giving me her opinion. I went out to the resort areas where, you have the beauty of Haiti is all there. And the resort owners are, racking in the money. And I was asking them, what do you think? The educator, the priest, they're all on these videos. I made like 17 of them clipped. Then I put them on YouTube. And because I just wanted to try to get out there, give the Haitians a voice in what's going on with their lives.
You know what? Thank you so much for saying that, because I'm actually putting your YouTube on the chat. So I just linked it if you guys want to watch any of those videos. We actually have one of the videos. I'm going to play it really quick. It's only a minute, but and she does do a translation. So don't worry if you're like, wait, I don't know what they're saying. Don't worry, it's coming. Okay. So let's watch that together.
But Tiffany, before they do that, I want to ask the audience.
Yes.
When, as I told you, I looked at different sectors of Haiti, right? I'd like in the chat, if you can tell me what was the number one factor Haitians, whether it was a little kid, whether it was a director of a school, or whether it was the little woman selling her fish, what was the number one need they express in order to be able to rebuild Haiti? Just send what you think on the chat, just for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, please do, because I'm intrigued to know what you guys think they said. And that's important too, because I know I mentioned it in the last webinar, but in this organization, we're not one of those people who are like, hey, we got the answers. Let's go ahead and do what we want to do. Absolutely not. Everything is directly in support of the Haitian organizations that are there and already doing great things. So what we do is we collaborate with these great organizations, with these trustworthy and genuine people, and we support them in all the ways that we find we can. So Dr. Nicole wrote jobs. Jobs, important. Absolutely. Anybody else want to give a go?
Well, they're still thinking the video you're talking about, is that the one that has the face of that little girl? It starts with the little girl?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With
Okay,
the kids
so
outside.
that was the last video that I did. And in the end, I summarized what I gleaned from this little research that I did about what the needs are. So we'll see how many of you came close to that.
All righty. Well, let's play that now.
Ok, tout le monde. Ma question, si nous sommes président Haïti, nous besoin de ça, qui ça nous a recommandé pour faire, pour aider le pays à grandir? Ok, je vais commencer avec vous. Qui soit ta suggéré?
Ndap fait ti moun à l'école, ti moun qui pas à l'école, ndap voyer à l'école, moun qui pas capable ndap fait kay bayou.
Okay, so you hear that? I'd send all the kids to school who can't. Those who don't have a house, I'd make houses for them. Okay? Et vous-même, chérie, qui soit ta fait sous tes présidents? How about you? How about et vous-même?
Ndap aider pays à.
I would help the
Moun qui pas ka manger, ndap bayou manger, ndap bayou kay pour dormir. Ti moun qui pas à l'école, ndap payer l'école bayou.
So the additional thing she said, those who don't have food, I would help them to eat.
Oh, okay. It seemed to stop right there, but
that's okay. So at the end, I summarized. But you notice that little kid. The first thing is I would send kids to school who couldn't go to school. That was the number one. Jobs wasn't number one. Food wasn't number one. Education was number one, and then was jobs. We don't want handouts.
Right.
Give us the opportunity to work, okay? So we can send our kids to school and keep them in school. Those were the two most repetitious responses to that question. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so that is a great point, because in that video, right, you see that people are not living in the best conditions, right? So with everything that's been going on now, right, how are we able to still work in the areas that we do?
Amazing question. One would think, you can't do anything right now with all this gang, Well, for one thing, the gang activity is not everywhere.
Right.
Okay. So like in Jacmel, like in Grand Boulage, the second place, in Rivière Froide, which is where I focused, chaos. However, what I did was earlier this year, it was October and school still didn't open because of the gang activity. So I told my summer school tutors, I said, look, all I want you to do is, I don't want you walking the streets. In the area that you are, I want you to find 10 kids. Everybody, I had 8 of them. Find 10 kids. And I want you to work with 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, and just help these kids. We can't help everybody. And I don't want you to take any kids that's going to walk in the street, because it was very dangerous. And then I would pay them. AHDH was going to pay them. So we talked about it. They were supposed to start on Monday. That Friday, we got the announcement that school was supposed to start.
Mhm.
Now, I wanted to help not only those kids that they were helping, but we wanted to help the tutors also. These were young adults. They graduated high school. Now, you've shown how hard it is to graduate. They've graduated high school, and here they are. There's nothing to do. So we thought this would be great. We give them a job of teaching the kids.
Yep.
And so since school started, I said, okay, I can't come to Haiti. I can't go to Liviafoy, that is. But I want you guys to get out there, find a school, do the network, find a school who would allow you to help those kids that are failing after school. So we're trying to cut down that 30% that never make it. Let's get them while it's early. So we started with 1st through 6th grade, and they were recommended by the teacher as those kids who were falling behind. And my tutors at first started doing 1 hour Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then they decided an hour wasn't enough time. So that was 1.5 hour Monday, Wednesday, Friday, tutoring the kids. And it worked very, very well.
Yeah, we've seen that the work is definitely going very strong because we keep expanding, right? That's the tutoring side, but now we're also able to, like with those tutors, they've been able to create their own organization, right? La Paix.
Actually, we're still trying to get things are very slow in Haiti. We're still trying to get that organization formed. But something we forgot to mention, Tiffany, is before we had the tutors, what we did in Liviafoy after we saw what was going on with the earthquake. I went in December. My husband Henry went in January without me. And Henry doesn't speak Creole. I mean, he took French, but he took a crash course in Creole from my nephew Carlos. And he goes down to Haiti and he comes back with these amazing stories. He brought little coloring book, little pads, little pencils, and the kids came and he had his little camp and the kids had fun coloring. And I said, oh my God, how nice. And then he came back with some of these little cards and sold them at church and sent the money back to Haiti. I said, that was the genesis for my summer camps. So I said, wow, if Henry can do this, I can speak Creole. We could do so much more. Hence, we started doing summer camps for the kids in Liviafoy, and we had English. We had that little dance class that you saw. We had the art. And we also, I taught at the University of New Orleans. And the university did a newsletter article about my work in Haiti. And one of the photographer teachers there, Aria Martin, who also had a One Bird 501c3 nonprofit, approached me and said, oh, I'd love to go to Haiti and work with you. And I said, I'd love to have you come and work with me too. But would you believe she came down with 2, 3, 4, over a span of 5 years, every summer. One Bird went with us, and they went with the SLR camera so the kids could learn, what's the correct position, look at the shadows, look at the lighting, amazing stuff. And one of those, the star pupil, Alexis, actually, with the help of AHDH, started a photography studio in Haiti. Absolutely. And he is now the one who's helping me to direct the tutoring that we do in Haiti.
You see, and that's a great segue because I think that goes to show you when you're with an organization who's been around as long as AHDH, you're able to see how like the cycles are now growing, right? Because now the student's becoming the teacher, literally, right? The person, and we've been able to get so many kids engaged into things that they wouldn't have access to otherwise, right? So actually, let me bring back some photos, and then because we're talking about great things, but hold on one second. I just want to go over these comments real quick because people had some different thoughts. People thought maybe jobs, better living conditions, money, increased access to education, recycling your resources. And these are all important things that people use on like their priority list, right? But I think what we're also trying to share is that this is actually what they are asking us for, which is education, access to education.
All right, so I want to go back to what one of them said, which is recycling your resources. Oh, so when I went to Haiti before after the earthquake, they were trying to recycle. All that was being done. So I found amazing, such genius in the stuff that they were doing. And what I would do is I would buy it for whatever money they asked me. And then I would come back and I'd sell it for 10 times that much. And then we would send the money back to Haiti. So these earrings, I don't know how well you can see them.
Yes.
And I would say, okay, I want you to guess what they're made from.
Can anyone guess in the group, in the chat?
Now, let me try to stand still. Let me see if I can
do it like this. No, don't put it too close.
Right there.
Go like that, Tati.
Right there.
Yes.
Is that good?
Yes. We got it.
Oh, so take a guess.
Anybody?
And then see how beautiful I look with my earrings.
She said, come closer, please. See, go like this, Tati.
Oh, wait. Oh, so is that the way the models do it?
Yes, go like that. There we go. Yes. Yeah. Come on, put on a show.
All right, come on. So this was probably like 50 cents, and I sold them for $15 at church.
Wow.
And then come tuition time in September, went right back to Haiti.
There we go. See,
and we did this until COVID. I mean, that's what disrupted my my little project with them, although we were able to continue our tutoring and everything else, but I couldn't go back. And you can't get these things easily, you know. I mean, getting things shipped back and forth, it's a nightmare.
It is.
Any guesses?
Yes, we have the guesses. The guesses are they get a bottom of canned soda, a bottom of a soda bottle, a can, glass.
So so you all got it right. It's plastic, so you can't tell that it's not glass, but it is a bottom of probably a Sprite or some kind of green white soda from green soda from Haiti. But it is the bottom of a bottle, and all they did was pierce their little hole, and there you go. I also had the beautiful necklaces too that they made, you know, and all kinds of things, and pocketbooks from chiclets. Oh my God. Very, very creative, very, very beautiful. So they are mindful of that, doing it. But the problem is you can have all these great ideas, but you got to get them to market, and you got to have the industry that wants to buy it, right?
Right.
So try as hard as you can. Unfortunately, Haiti, the situation in Haiti, the way it is, it's just not productive to one being an entrepreneur, at least not now. But that too will change.
And that is actually changing, right? Because there's all these new mediums, right? There's AI, there's all these resources that I want to bring back the screen because I want to talk more about what's going on right now. I think this is a good segue into talking about what's happening today with AHDH. So as far as our scholarships for tuition and supplies, I just want to play this quick video of this adorable little girl. Hold on one second. No, it's not working. There we go.
We tell you thank you. And she's listing all the supplies that they were able to get, pencils and paper and geometric supplies.
Mm-hmm. And books and all these other things that they're able to get.
This is what I meant, Tiffany, about when we get the funds, it goes directly there and everything is so transparent.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know that the kids got it. Don't tell me they got it. I want to know they got it, you know, so I can tell my supporters that transparency is critical.
Mm-hmm. And also, we talked about the supplies, we've talked about the summer camps, but let's talk about the tuition, right? I think that's important for us to mention because I know we are coming down on time. So for tuition, what does that typically look like for a typical primary student?
Okay, so, and I was speaking to one of the schools that we have, which, by the way, Tiffany, falls into the kinds of school where the kids can't get to school. So this particular school in Jacmel was formed, and it's housed in a church. It's not part of the church. It's housed in a church because the school is too far for the kids. And that's the school we're supporting right now in Jacmel, and that's where that little girl is coming from. But I asked the director, you know, we send like $50 per student, but that's really not enough because the teachers don't get paid. No, really, that'll get the kids their books and maybe the uniform. That's not going to pay for the teachers. And
Right.
so I asked the director if we were to send the money so that the system is well balanced, because what he said was at the end of the year, they split whatever is left between them. I
For the
mean, that's the way it
teachers.
is. He said, really, $100, $100 would cover the teachers, the tuition, the school supplies, and the uniforms for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
I
see,
thought how great it would be if anybody wanted to, we don't have this going yet, but this could be the genesis of, if you wanted to sponsor a child, let me know. I'll have no problem finding you a cute little boy, a cute little girl, whatever you would like, who will tell you thank you in a little placard. So thank you very much, Marisol. I really appreciated your help. It'll be written in French and I'll translate it for you in English.
you see, there we go. The genesis of starting something new.
There you go.
We have That's something we're definitely going to be working on for 2024, trying to make it more engaging. Like we said, we want people who are interested to contact us, like keep engagement with us. We're going to keep engagement with you, especially if you're making a donation, by the way. There is a little button that says allow AHDH to contact you, and we are asking you to please leave that checked, because we want to be able to say hi. We want to be able to make sure that you're able to come to our member meetings that we're going to be having in 2024. We're trying to do galas. We're trying to do just big things to, like I say, celebrate and gain more momentum, because the momentum is there. We just need to keep going. Okay.
There are two things I want to say, Tiffany.
Yes.
See the last picture, Gia, where you have the young man with the white shirt over the kids? That's
Mhm.
Klaus.
Okay.
Klaus was one of the kids who lived in a tent even before the earthquake,
Mhm.
behind a school not too far from my house. And he was one of the students that we were supporting. He now graduated from high school and he is now one of our tutors.
And that's what we want to
Mhm.
continue to see and continue to build. Like, that is incredible. That's, mind you, that's the second, like, we have a couple of stories that are like this. Well, we have multiple stories that are like this on our education and our medical side. So we want to just keep doing the good work. These are some, before I go any further, I do want to mention that we also have a great opportunity moving forward in 2024 to even sponsor a high school. So we've been talking about how hard it is for people to get to those grades from 7th, 8th, and above. We're looking for organizations, or we're looking for people that will help us sponsor these schools, because we have the network. We just need the resources to be able to do this, because a lot of these students have to walk 3-4 hours just to get to school, or they don't have the school at all. Like we talked about, it's opportunity most of the time, right? So we have an opportunity to fund a high school as well, and that would be able to cut down the time for the surrounding neighborhoods, and they would be able to get to high school in an hour versus 3-4 hours. So please keep that in mind. Like, these are the projects that we are actively working on right now, and that's why we're so excited to just share this with you guys. Okay.
And I wanted to say one last thing, Tiffany, is it sounds like me, 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 me. And when AHDH started, it was me, me, me. We had a whole bunch of me, me, me working on individual project. But since we have Tiffany as vice president, Francois as president, Ricky as treasurer, we have these young, energetic folks who've gotten us into teams. I now have an education team. It's not me, me, me. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my team that consists of Mike, who is on there. Mike has gone on numerous trips, very strong supporter of AHDH. Tara and Aria, our photographers, are now members of our team. And Ernst Perodin, who is my cousin, is also a member of our education team, and my husband Henry. So now it's a team working together. And you know what they say when 2 or 3 puts their heads together, right?
Yep.
And that's what's going on now. That's why we're able to look at all these expansions happening.
Absolutely. And we are going to be finishing up soon. So if you want to just start thinking about any questions that you want to have asked, you start writing them in the chat, because I do want to be mindful of everyone's time. I know it's the evening. So these are the summer camps, right? And when we talked about the summer camps in the video earlier, she mentioned we had math summer camps and we had art summer camps. But can you just share how we've been able to expand even in our summer camps?
Yeah. Now remember now when the original video of the camps, I was physically there. I can't go to Yvelyne anymore with the way it is. So what we've done is our graduates are now the teachers of the camps. So Alexis is doing the photography camp up on left. On the bottom, okay, I wanted to show you Ari and Tara. That's when they had their photography class there. And those are the kinds of camera those kids were using and are using right now with Alexis. On the top right, oh no, in there, you see the kids measuring a ruler? That is a hard thing for even American kids to read as a ruler. What do you mean by 1 3/8? Where's that? He's showing the kids how to measure a ruler because that's the basics of doing plumbing. And this is an elementary introduction to a plumbing course. And there you see her with a knife. She's showing them how to cook. And they're going to be cooking not on a stove or oven. They're going to be cooking over fire because that's the way it is in Haiti. And we want to teach them how to use the tools they do have. And you see the in the middle there, a lot of motorcycles in Haiti. Well, that's our motor repair shop. That's Gregory there teaching the kids how to change a tire. And then above there, we had a class called decorative endeavors where the kids would learn how to make pretty flowers or whatever, or chains in order to decorate a wedding hall or something. So it was like whatever talents my tutors had or whatever they thought was necessary, they'd grab somebody else with the talent and they would get them to actually create the class. So that went better than the camps I used to have when I was there myself. Really.
You see, and but that's the beauty of it because it's like we're working together. It's not like you said, not me. It's us coming together and being able to now stand back and let them run the show and just support them in all the ways that we can. You know, and that's what I love about this is because they're literally telling us like, hey, we need this, we need that, we need this. Okay, cool. Like, give us like being able to see the impact as far as they need for example the moto. I loved the fact that we opened the moto camp because I was like, that makes absolute sense. These kids need to know how to fix their bikes, right? Like, I know that they look young, but they start driving these bikes really at really young ages and they need to start learning how to, if that's their only means of transportation for the family, this is a great way to encourage their self-reliance, right?
And keep them busy so they're not going into gangs. You know, they're meaningfully engaged.
Absolutely, that too. And we do have ways that you can sponsor a camp. So let us know. I believe it's about like $500 can sponsor a camp up to 20 kids.
Yeah. Actually, we like to keep them to 15 because we want it to be very much hands-on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you can see, it doesn't take much. And that will provide the equipment, that'll provide the space. Usually it's providing a space and the equipment and then paying the teachers to come and give that for the camp. So it's possible, you know, that's all I'm trying to say. Now,
by the way, folks, November 17th, our tutoring started. So right now, since November 17th, 3 times a week, they're tutoring those kids who need the help. Yes. And those are my tutors on the right there. And we have 3 more because we now go up to 7th grade. So we keep growing. So actually, this was just last week where the principal said, you know, our 7th graders, and they're taking physics. And I said, do we have any tutors here? I mean, you may have graduated from high school, but it doesn't mean you can go in there and teach physics. Well,
right.
Klaus, who's my little boy, the one that was a member of the 10th community there and that graduated, says, I can do it. So we now have a 7th grade class being taught by our tutors. But one of the things they said was the kids are coming to them without books. And it kind of makes sense. These are the kids who need a lot of help. part of the reason they need help is they don't have those books to go home and do the homework. So now we're trying to troubleshoot. I said, well, first of all, we got to get all the tutors a book. So at least one of them will have a book. And then we're going to try to get all the kids in the after school tutoring a book. But then what about all the other kids in the school who don't have books? It's like, and I say, hey, we can only do one thing at a time. Let's start and let's do a good job, and we'll just keep growing as much as we can,
Yeah, but that's the reason why we're doing this, right? Because we don't want that to happen. We want to be able for everybody to get all the resources that they need. And with your help, we'll be able to do that. I know. And you said this is your tutoring. And I just love these pictures that they send. They also, I honestly, what I love about the tutoring program is the fact that they are people that we're supporting through job creation. Because whether it's the tutors, whether it's the our nurses and our medical staff, that being able to provide the opportunity not only to go to school, but then also have a place to work after, that is a blessing that we're able to provide. So we have been providing it for all these years, and we want to continue to do so.
And I want to stress that in that last picture, it's okay. You see them saying thank you.
Yes.
And that's not all. It's like whoever sent us money, we want you to know the money got there. So they're all saying thank you to whatever that person, the donor might have been.
Gotcha.
Yes. This we're very proud of. I wish Ricky and Charles were here to talk about this, but
definitely.
Because they're the ones who really engineered this. But our university nurses. Oh, there's Charles there.
Yes, he's there. So
He's
Dr.
there.
Renee, who she's speaking about is this gentleman right here. This is actually Dr. Renee, and he is the founder of AHDH, and he is still with us today. Very, very excited. And one day I'm keeping my fingers crossed I'll be able to get him on a webinar one day. But yeah, so this is what I was trying to show you guys, that we are doing it at every level. We have the opportunity for the high school. We already have, I believe, 16 already graduated students. And then we currently have 3 students that are in school. So we talked about that we paid their tuition for the next 2 years. So that's growing, right? And now this is what I mean when we say, like, these are the nurses, because they were RNs. Now they're able to come back and work in our clinics. Now we're able to work with them and collaborate on how we can provide nursing care for the community in different ways. So we want to continue that. And the only way that we're able to get people in university is if they go to high school, and if they go to middle school, and if they go to primary school. They need to be able to continue their education. And I think that's the main point that we're trying to drive today, is the fact that what we're seeing is not just right now. We're seeing the future, because we've been around for so long. We've been able to see, as an organization, we've been able to see possibilities, and now it's time for us to move on those possibilities and really expand the ways that we're allowed to. So let's dive into the next one. Is how your donation can make an impact. Okay, so this is huge, because as you can see, it doesn't take much, right? We've been talking about the financial portions all night. $50 to sponsor a student for, like, their uniforms and their school supplies and stuff. That's incredible. You pay $50 anytime you go to a restaurant. Let's just be real. There's $100 sponsors a year of tuition for primary education, $250 sponsors a year's tuition for secondary education, $500 sponsors the summer vocational camps that we were talking about, and $1,000 sponsors the year tuition for the student, for the university student. So this goes to show you how your impact, and truthfully, all you need to do is donate half of these amounts to get these totals, because all of your donations are being matched. So yay. When you really think about it, that's where we are. today. And today is the final day because we've been doing this match all through November. This is the way that we're celebrating our final day of this fundraiser with this webinar. So I'm excited. Oh, great question, Dan. Dan just asked, how long does the matching gift program last? Until today.
Oh, but Tiffany, you got to check with the donor and tell them some people would like to. Could we try to get an extension if you can? You never know.
You never know. Absolutely. Especially because what I really want to share with you guys right now, share this tab, is that we are so close, guys. Hold on. I want you guys to see it. Where is it? There we go. Boom. We are so close to the $50,000 mark, which is, first of all, incredible in itself. Like the amount of work that we're going to be able to do, and this, just so you guys know, this was really our way to solidify 2024. This was our way, so that way we're not on that, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this, oh my God, this. There's always something going on in Haiti. Unfortunately, it's not always the best. So we don't want to work out of that area of fear or that area of emergency. We want to plan ahead. We want to know, what are these things? What are the options that we have available? What happens when there's school closures? What happens when kids can't make it to school? What are other options? And actually, Tati, actually, Dr. Germain-McCarthy, I do want to just say that you're the one who really inspired me for this organization. Well, not only for this organization, no, just to help people in general, because there was one meeting, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but there was a member meeting once that I was a part of, and she was like, they were like, oh, but the schools aren't open yet. And she was like, but what are we doing now? What are we going to do right now? Yes, the schools might not be open, but what can we do? And I thought that right there was like, when she said that, just hearing that, to me, I knew that this is exactly where I need to be, because it's not about, oh, sorry, schools are closed, can't do anything. No, there's always ways that we can make things possible. There's always a way. Okay. So, thank you so much, Dr. Germain-McCarthy. Do we have
Tiffany? Thank you.
any final questions for Dr. McCarthy or myself? Oh, I'm sorry. Jackie Lee said, please clarify, is it $100 per year or per month?
Per year.
Ta-da, per year. Yes.
Thank you for asking.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me go through these comments real quick. I don't want to miss out on anyone. Georgine wrote, the cooking class is a good job for the young children to learn how to help their parents. Absolutely.
Yes.
And like we said, how to we also mentioned how to do things safely, right? Because at the end of the day, they're using different tools. You want to be able to use it in a safe way. Okay. Let's see. We have this one. The motor repair class is also a job training effort. Yes, it is. Let's see. And then Henry also mentioned that the post-secondary students AHDH is sponsoring are in a nursing program, which is crucial for professional needs in Haiti. Yes, it is. And absolutely, thank you for saying this, because we actually have a mission. Like I said, we are doing things full circle. So one of our goals, which is probably a little early to say, but I hope no one minds me saying it. One of our goals is to nurture or just help foster 500 medical professionals. That's a huge goal. But within the next 10 years, we think it's possible. We know it's possible. 500 imagine what the nation can do with 500 trained medical professionals that we then can give them access to job opportunities, because we're going to be so great. We're going to be working together. So there's a lot of room for growth. This is, even though we've been around for 3 decades, I feel like this is literally the catalyst to the next 3 decades. That's how we feel here at AHDH, and we genuinely invite you to be a part of it. Okay, so you can scan the code right there and donate to our webinar today, I mean, to our fundraiser today to get your donations matched. I apologize if you can hear that, but but yeah, so you can get your donations matched today. I don't know if there is going to be an extension. I apologize, but so that's why the sense of urgency is for tonight. Okay.
Right.
Um, yeah. Is there anything else you would like to say, Dr. Germain-McCarthy?
Well, I'd like to echo the question. Is it $100 a year or $100 a month? I mean, here in the US,
Mm,
$100 a month is not going to get your kid into private school, right? It's a lot more. But in Haiti, that's all it takes. That's it. And if we could follow these kids, which is what AHDH has been doing, the same kids, we have 50 kids in Rivière Froide. Grand Boulage is hoping to sponsor the whole school of 400. We have the school in Jacmel. They have 80 kids. Our job is to not fund them this year, but and next year, and watch them grow and get them to graduate. $100 a year. We can make that happen. Now you may not be able to pay for the whole school, but you could pay for one kid,
yeah.
right? Or I'll take 25.
Right.
A lot of little 25s, they add up. That's fine. Whatever we can give is the point. Thank you.
Absolutely. That is a great point
Mhm.
for sure. So we actually have a question. Are we talking about schooling, school age children, or literacy?
Well, the program here has been looking at the schooling itself. So my tutors are tutoring not only math, but they're showing the kids how to write their ABCs, in which case they're doing physics. It's whatever the needs are, wherever the gaps are in their school education, that's what they're addressing.
Absolutely. That's a great question. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, because I know we're winding down, we've been here for an hour. I appreciate you guys so much for taking time out of the last day of the month, your Thursday. I know there's a lot of things going on, especially with us arriving into December. So thank you for your time. And please share this with a friend. Like I said, we're going to have the replays on our website. So if you're interested in becoming a member or if you're interested in learning more about us, please don't hesitate to send us an email or go to our website. I'm sorry, AHDH Haiti. I was supposed to do this before I said this, huh? Okay, ahdhaiti.org. That is our website. All righty. And okay, so ahdh.org is our website. We have the replays up there. You can make your donations. It will be matched today. And we have another question that's come in. It is from Jackie Lee. Can I sponsor a certain child the whole time?
Of course. And what do you mean by the whole time?
That's a great question. Great
You mean
follow-up.
like every year, I'm assuming. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're interested, just say, I would like to sponsor a child. And if it doesn't make a difference to you, whether it's a boy or girl, not a problem. I will get you a little child who is probably still living in a tent behind the Church of Good Samaritan where I first started, because they're still there.
Mm.
No problem at all.
Yeah, we're definitely doing our best to help in all the ways that we can. And we appreciate you, Jackie, for asking that question, because it's true. If you want to be able to sponsor a child from through that gap, I understand that. That's amazing. And like we said, that's something that we're just starting to put into motion for 2024. So thank you for showing your interest in it, because now it's like, okay, people are interested. Let's do it.
The ball rolling.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. We also got we believe it's 900 a year for university students. Okay. And then also, Rose, to answer your question, for some students, it is at a literacy level, but they have never gone to school. For others, it would be to enable them to continue in school. That's awesome. All righty. Okay. Well, if we don't have any more questions, I appreciate these. I appreciate you guys. Oh, wait, hold on. We have more questions, guys. So I'm here for it. I apologize. When does the school year start?
Well, it different times of the year. That's how erratic Haiti is. Typically, though, it's supposed to start like in September. And Nicole, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't start until like November this year, and other times, but that typically around September.
Mm-hmm. And then what about our summer camps?
Right after school starts, and typically we do it in August, because sometimes the school may have its own summer camp, and we partner with the school so that we don't pay for the space, but we have to go along with their schedule. So typically in August they've done what they need to do, and they can give us, August until when school starts, and we can do it then. But July, August typically.
Okay. See, now you guys know. Let's see. But not adults. Sorry, I joined late. Are we focusing on Rivière Froide or La Vallée? We're focusing on all of our education. So
Really?
yes, we're talking about La Vallée, Rivière Froide, Grand Boulage. And shout out to Fresnel, by the way, because she is amazing at being our team leader for Grand Boulage. And even the donations over there, I believe, include like hot meals, and the things that they're able to do there is really, really important. Because another thing that people need to realize is sometimes this is the only opportunity that kids know that they're getting a stable meal, and that is important. So, and that's actually true for the US too. So it doesn't matter if it's here or Haiti. So yeah, so it's not, we do, I apologize, to answer your questions, but not adults. No, we fund adults as well within their university programs. So,
And I'd like to say, folks, an adult could be in a 5th grade class in Haiti. Age is not an issue. There is no embarrassment, because the situation is you go to school when you can afford to go to school. If you can't go to school this year, you've lost a year. Okay. It may be in 3 years that you can go back in order to continue. One of the kids, adults that we're sponsoring, 25 years old, back in the 7th grade. But what we're doing with him is we're getting him tutoring to help him to catch up. So that's the situation. No money, no school. But don't forget, school is number one. I mean, Haitians really appreciate a good education, as my videos will have shown. Or anyone who talks to Haitian, it's like education is always number one. We all want our kids to go to school.
and thank you for sharing that, because that's a huge cultural difference that if you're not from Haiti or if you're not familiar with Haiti, you probably wouldn't even understand that. So thank you so much, Yvelyne, for asking that question. She also asked what languages. That's important too, right?
Well, I'm proud to say that we have 2 national languages. We have French. Kids will learn French in school. And we also have Haitian Creole. It is a national language, I believe, since 1986. So it is no longer the one that you talk if you're not educated. It is an educated language, and our kids are learning how to speak it, and they're learning how to write it. So we're privileged to be bilingual.
Absolutely. Le Creole Haïtien. Absolutely. Okay, we have Michael wrote, great discussion. Thank you for this webinar. Thank you, Michael, for being here. I appreciate it. We miss you, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you for providing the info and inspiration for this webinar. Thank you, Uncle Henry. Let's see, situation is dire. Yes, it is. So that's why we're asking everyone to support and become a part of the organization, not just finances, but also your wisdom, your knowledge. Like we need people who know how to do these great things, whether that's writing an email or, like she said, she became the newsletter. We can definitely use somebody who likes to write a newsletter for us. There's just a lot of different ways you can help. So she said, follow-up question, but the program is in which language?
Oh, the program, it's in Haitian Creole. I would think, because don't forget, our kids are first grade through sixth grade. They haven't really mastered the French language yet. And you want the kids to understand. All the kids speak Creole, no problem. The French, that's a learning experience. So the tutoring will be in Creole because you want the kids to understand 100% of what you're saying. But they will have a class in French because they have homework in French.
Mhm. So
But the explanation will be in Creole.
yeah, and thank you for sharing that too, because I think that people also need to recognize that it's another barrier to people getting their education is the fact that it's not in their native language for most of these children. So that's another thing that we have to overcome. Okay, there's a lot of things that we are overcoming together, and we want you to be a part of. So, with that, bravo, yes. So, with that being said, I think that we're good for tonight. I appreciate everyone's time. I appreciate all these great questions, and you, Dr. Germain-McCarthy, thank you for just being so amazing, such an inspiration to me, and now I'm sure so many others. And
Thank you, Tiffany.
my pleasure. And yeah, we hope to, well, first of all, I don't think this is going to be our last webinar. Hopefully we'll be able to see you in the future and invite you over to a new one. But in the meantime, we hope you have a wonderful holiday weekend, holiday month.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. And really just enjoy this time with your friends, your family, be grateful, be happy, and help people. Okay.
Thank you so much all for taking the time to be here. Thank you for caring.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bye. Good night.
Good night.